unattractive. Okay. And regardless of if you find somebody on this show or in another aspect, it's super unattractive for you to challenge a man and then basically make it seem like you're more a man than a man. Like, oh, I could body you. Like, oh, please, if it was me against you, I'll beat you up. Like, that's unattractive. There's nothing attractive about that. Nobody's going to find that interesting or desirable. Like, it's not cute.
Pay attention. Just listen.
How do you feel about kids?
I have a son.
Okay.
And you have kids?
Yes.
How many?
5.
Just think about this. If you're supposed to provide, protect, do manly things around the house, make sure the car is straight, make sure the yard is done, make sure you fix things that are broken, make sure you care for her emotions, make sure you care for her mentally, physically, spiritually, all of these things. Try to work, and then to come home to not just one but 2 bad kids that have 2 different baby daddies that the mama don't want you to touch because she feels that her discipline, the way she does things, is best. So, where would that leave you? And if you had and ladies, if you had a son, would you recommend your son to date someone with 2 kids, or want to marry someone that has 2 children or more children and by multiple baby daddies? Now, women, be real, be honest. Now, if you had a son, would you want your son to marry a girl that has about 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies? Let's talk. I'm gonna be real. As a man, we have a lot on our plate, but as women, y'all have a lot on your plate too. But listen to Cameron Sanders when he says these things, and I want to get y'all's opinion. Like, just realistically, when it comes to relationships and dating someone with children, and not just dating someone with children, but dating someone with multiple children, with multiple baby daddies. So, what y'all think? Like, for real, do you honestly think that a man just goes out to look for a woman that has like 3, 4, 5 kids? Do you think he goes out on a mission to look for a woman that has 1 kid, 2 kids, or how about no kids at all, especially if he don't have kids? Now, if a man don't have kids, and the woman has kids, okay, it's no issue. But what if the roles reversed? What if the man had kids and the woman didn't have kids? Do you think she'll do it the same way? Or do you think she'll love those kids the same way as if she wants you to love her kids? I don't know. And sometimes women be like, well, I love kids and this, but they're not your kids. They're not from your womb. So therefore, you're going to have some kind of indifference too, especially if the baby mamas is around. If the baby mamas is still around, you're going to have some issues. I don't know. What do y'all think? What y'all think? Let's comment. Let's talk. Let's listen to Kevin Samuels and just let's see his take. Let's.
It's me who has to take on all the responsibilities. At the end of the day, it all falls back to me. I'm supposed to jump up and take the bullet. I'm supposed to provide. I'm supposed to do all these things, right?
And seriously though, the man is supposed to jump up and take a bullet and protect his wife and do everything he can for her. But yet, you got all these negative things going on for you. Like, if I am a solid person, solid man, with no kids or anything like that, why would I put myself in a situation to where it's going to be a situation? But that also goes into a person's mental health too, especially the female's mental health. Not just the men, both of them, both men and women, but also in this case, what if she has mental health issues? What if she don't have kids, but she has mental health issues? That's a big issue too. That could be something that you don't see, but it will present itself somewhere in that relationship.
And I have all those responsibilities. Why do I need to impress you?
I feel like I didn't say like it has to be you impressing me. I feel like we should impress each other because we're doing this to be in a
Okay.
union together. We're one
Oh,
together.
but we're not.
Well, I'm
You're talking
saying
like
that's
we're
what we are
equals.
trying to be.
No, you're talking like we're equals. Do you plan on working when you're married?
Yeah, I
Okay.
plan on working.
Do you want to have
I like
children?
to work.
You want to have children?
You said, do I want to have children? I have children already.
Well, there you go.
Ladies and gents, I'm gonna put a spin on things. Now, you're a woman or a man. Well, matter of fact, a woman, and you're saying that you're the prize, you're the ultimate prize, okay? And you telling a man he needs to do this, he needs to be this and that, right? So, answer me this, or riddle me this. If you have two kids by two different baby daddies, man, I lost my thought. Basically, it was about marriage. I mean, because at 19 or at a certain age, you can get married. That's legal. 18. Some states, 17, you can get married. Or 17, 18, whatever. Y'all know. You can get married at 18. Definitely get married at 19. So what he's saying is, check this out. Ladies, if you had your first baby, wouldn't you be a little shell-shocked or reserved or hesitant a second go around with a person? And if that person wasn't trying to put a ring on your finger, but they was yet trying to give you a baby, wouldn't you have been a little hesitant or being a little standoffish or cut the relationship short if he wasn't trying to give you a ring? But you don't marry that person, and you end up getting pregnant by that person. And now you got two baby daddies with no ring on your finger. So do you understand what he's trying to say? Or is that hard to understand? I just want y'all to chime in. Comment below and tell me what y'all think. Honestly, like for real, tell me what y'all think. Because to me, it makes sense. You know what I mean? How can you be a prize or a high commodity if you are having random relationships with random men and not having the urge to stop, assess the situation, want more for yourself, and find a proper one to look for to make your husband? I mean, y'all comment below.
Okay. So what does that mean when you say there you go?
Well, how many children do you have?
I have two.
How many different fathers?
Two.
As we enjoying this pizza, we having a good start to our night. And it's gonna start with this hot topic, y'all. Keep listening.
Do you honestly think that a man just goes out to look for a woman that has like 3, 4, 5 kids? Do you think he goes out on a mission to look for a woman that has 1 kid, 2 kids, or how about no kids at all? Especially if he don't have kids. Now, if a man don't have kids, you know, and the woman has kids, okay, it's no issue. But what if the roles reversed? What if the man had kids and the woman didn't have kids? Do you think she'll view it the same way? Or do you think she'll love those kids the same way as if she wants you to love her kids? I don't know. You know, and sometimes women be like, well, you know, I love kids and this, but they're not your kids. They're not from your womb. So therefore, you're going to have some kind of indifference too, especially if the baby mamas is around. If the baby mamas is still around, you're going to have some issues. I don't know. What do y'all think? What y'all think? Let's comment. Let's talk.
Yeah, you got a lot of impressing to do, man. I mean, honestly.
I don't know. It depends on the person. It depends
not
on
really.
the individual.
And not I mean, okay. I'm not talking about, I'm just going to be dead honest, man. I'm not talking about 100% of men. I'm talking about men that women want.
Mm-hmm. So you feel because
okay, ma'am, I need you to listen. Hold on.
Keep listening.
I need you to listen.
Why
didn't one of the 2 men that gave you a child give you a wedding ring?
You said why?
Yeah, man gave you two different men gave you kids. Why didn't they give you their last name?
The first man we were high school sweethearts, and
the courthouse still works.
Out. We were young.
But you have a baby.
Right. And I decided that was a decision I made young because I was young, you know.
Now, just say you're from the age of 27 to 40 years old, okay? You got 2 kids by 2 different baby daddies. You are a pretty thick woman, even though you may be attractive. Do you think? What do you think your odds are in getting a business-minded man that has no kids? Do you think you are equal to that individual? And vice versa. If you are a business-minded woman with no children and you're seeking a man, would you go for a man with 2 kids, overweight, and whatever? Y'all already know what I'm trying to say. So let's comment, chop it up, talk to your boy Rio. Let me know in the comments. Y'all tell me. I mean, especially women, y'all. We really got to be realistic when we thinking about relationships and relationship goals and what you want. Because at the end of the day, some people live in this superficial mindset, on this virtual princess or king mentality in their minds, when reality is right here with rolling with Rio. That's just reality.
I had my daughter at 19.
Okay. But you understand that marriage isn't okay. So, see, you're a woman with 2 kids by 2 different men. Men are already not impressed by that.
I don't know if this is going to be the last one. I'm going to say this. So do you think a woman with 2 kids is equal to a man that she's trying to pursue that has no kids? So what do you think is a high value or a hot commodity? A person with no kids or a person with 2 kids, whether man or woman? Whether man or woman. So if you are a woman looking for a man and you're a single woman with no kids, would you go out on the market for a man with 2 kids? Or let's add to that, a man with 2 kids by 2 different baby mamas. Or if you're a man that's single with no kids, would you go out to look for and find a mate in a woman that has 2 kids being single? Or would you, a man that's single, go out and look for that bomb prize, which is that girl with 2 kids that got 2 different baby daddies? Let's put it in the comments, man. Let's chop it up, man. Samuel, y'all, you gotta understand, realistic and realism is what I'm talking about. Keep it real. Be easy, be you, but be real. Realistic views.
So if I'm a man and I'm a successful man and I'm dating and I have a woman who's has no children versus a woman with 2 different kids by 2 different men, yeah, you got to do a hell of a lot to even want to get me to take you out on a date. You can laugh.
I'm laughing because I feel like just because someone has two kids,
okay, you can
by
feel
2
it.
different men, I really feel like that's not what's the word for it? That doesn't I feel like it's still equal as a person that doesn't have any kids.
Right. It doesn't impact your value at all, right?
No, I feel like it's the same.
Well, oh, right.
What if-
So
what if- what if- what if the
listen.
women-
No,
what if
don't
the
talk over
person-
me. Don't talk over
Okay.
me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's your show. My apology.
So you mean to tell me that you think that a woman with 2 kids by 2 different men is equal to a woman with no children? You guys are
yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Because
well, there and ma'am.
Yes.
But who gets to decide that? Is it women that get to decide that, or is it men?
No, it's the man. It's the man. You're right.
And I'm telling you, men will say you are out of your mind. Okay, let's start this. How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
5'2". Okay, a couple of inches under dress size.
My dress size is 12.
I mean, so ma'am, I gotta be honest. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
175.
Okay,
but
so
I'm shapely. I'm not.
But ma'am,
just,
I need you to listen. I need you to listen. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're a woman who's in the danger zone. 27 to 35 years old.
Danger zone.
You've had 2 children, and you've never required a man to to marry you before he had access to your highest honor a woman can give a man, and you gave it to two different men. Then you go out here on an open dating.
I'm gonna let you talk because I don't want to talk over you. I'm sorry.
Well, you call me to ask me questions, and it seems like you think you know what you're talking about. But here's the thing:
No,
if you
I
want
don't.
to be, if you know what's going on, why aren't you married yet? If you want to be married, why aren't you?
Probably because I chose the wrong men.
No, that's not it. It's because honestly, what you're talking about. You sound.
I'm sorry, say that.
That's what you're talking about. You. What does your father say about this?
He's deceased.
Right. How long has he been dead?
He passed when I was about 17.
Right. So you have daughters or sons?
I have a daughter and a son.
So
I would tell my son to look for values. I would tell my son to look
I
for.
asked you a simple question. You would tell your son that you put all this time and effort in to go out and date a woman with two kids by two different men.
No, I would tell my son if he can to date someone with no kids, of course.
Okay, because why? Why?
Because you would want to start fresh with someone.
Exactly, because they have different values, ma'am. They're not the same. See,
right?
Man, really, just think about it. You got a woman that has no kids. To the left over here. You got a woman that has kids. To the right over here. As a single man, who would you choose? Would you choose the woman who has a ready-made family? Or would you choose the woman over here to the right that has no kids, that's single? Maybe I said that wrong. Did I say that a single woman is on the left?
All the single ladies, now put your hands up.
And the woman with kids on the right?
That's just my baby daddy.
Either way, you got a woman with no kids and you got a woman with kids. As a single man, what would you choose?
Lord have mercy.
Now, some dudes will be dumb. They'll be like, I want the one with kids because I know she active. Don't be stupid. Come on, man. Don't be stupid. Just be realistic. If you are a single man with no kids, would you jump into a relationship with a woman that has two kids by two different baby daddies? Or would you look for someone that's single that can have kids and they could possibly have your kid? Let's comment on that.